Hello, everybody. Welcome to my show Bounce Back with Neema Mankar. A happy new year to all. These last few months, we have constantly been under stress, grief, isolation, sanitization, and masking. We deserve a good laugh now, don't we? Our guest today is Manan Desai of the Comedy Factory. Yes, the same Comedy Factory that's been nominated for Forbes Top 100 Celebrity list. Wow! Manan Desai, after his graduation, came up with a new concept of presenting live comedy shows in Gujarat. He focused on the Gujarati language and his success went up skyrocketing. During the lockdown, his online shows wiped many a tear and brought the smiles back on the faces of many a depressed soul. So, hello and a big welcome to you, Manan.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Nima ma'am. Really glad to be here on your show called Bounce Back. I'm really happy to help you out in this journey of yours. The first episode was really interesting. I got some really great insights from Neil De Silva, and I'm really happy that I get to be a guest on this show.
Since you are laughter personified, let's start the show with a joke. Please share a joke, an event, an incident that will set the right mood for our listeners.
No, definitely. Obviously, we are comedians, and as a comedian, I like to observe the funny side of the life. And it's said that tragedy mein comedy hoti hai, and a lot of times, a lot of tragic things happen around you. Like my mother, she's 73 years old and she's partially blind. And that's why I have a joke on that as well. Ki meri mummy partially blind hai, she cannot see me happy. So a lot of times my mother also sees me doing shows and jokes about her on stage. And she's such a sporty person at the age of 73 that I get a good support system. You know, most of my comedy comes from my real life experiences with my family. Like how my wife is a South Indian. Because of my complexion, half of my in-laws think that I'm a South Indian. So whenever they meet, they think that I'm a South Indian boy. And they are like, Yapad ek ringa. And I have to say, no, I am Jeshi Krishna because I am a Gujju. And it gets kind of funny in these certain situations.
That was a good one. Please tell us about yourself. Were you so humorous from childhood days? Did you enjoy making people laugh even as a child?
Yeah, I mean, my teachers, including you, had a lot of complaints about my naughty side when I was in primary school in Baroda High School, Alkapuri in Baroda. I have been a naughty kid. I've got a lot of punishments. I've got a lot of remarks in my calendar. So much so that I had to take one more calendar from the principal's office so that, teachers can write more remarks. Sometimes my remarks were so much so that मेरी रिमार्क्स का सेक्शन पूरा भर जाता था तो लीव एप्लीकेशन के सेक्शन में मेरे कैलेंडर में रिमार्क्स लिखने में आती थी. But at the same point of time, my teachers have been really supportive. Like when I was in secondary school, I still remember that I used to mimic a lot of my teachers on stage. And those teachers were sitting in the audience. मतलब जब मैं स्टेज पे था तब थोड़ा बहुत ऐसा डर लगता था कि सामने they are teachers and at the end of the day I should have that sense of respect for them. But I'm so happy that all my teachers used to always, मुझे सहते थे वो लोग. And at the same point of time, they used to support in all my naughty endeavors, you could say. But I saw that also as an opportunity. And I used to have fun even when I was bullied. So I think that helped me a lot. And that's my journey. My journey is from being a clown to becoming a comedian.
What made you come up with such a novel idea of sharing live comedy show in Gujarati? This is the first of its kind and so popular.
When I was a radio jockey, I thought that I wanted to do something in the live entertainment space. क्योंकि उस वक्त क्या था कि in the name of live entertainment, गुजरात में सिर्फ we had गरबा and we had voice of Mukesh and voice of Lata Mangeshkar and those kind of musical nights in different auditoriums of Baroda. So I saw that as an opportunity. A lot of people told me that Manan, ये stand-up comedy में और ये सब चीज़ों में market ही नहीं है. You are just, taking a plunge. It is not right. I was like, that's the best opportunity. When you don't have a market existing for a particular art form or for a particular thing, so you can set your own rules and set up that business. So I saw that as an opportunity for the artistic side in me, and also with a sustainable business model. So that's when I started back in 2011. I saw lack of live entertainment in Gujarat, and I saw कि मेरी ही भाषा में मुझे कंज्यूम करने के लिए कुछ भी कंटेंट नहीं था. बट एट द सेम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई थिंक कि जो सारे लोग गुजराती जितने भी लोग हैं, they have sort of migrated and built an affinity towards Hollywood or Bollywood or Punjabi songs for that matter, और वो खुद की भाषा में content consume नहीं करते. And that kind of bugged me in a little bit, and I was like कि ऐसा क्यों कि गुजराती लोग ही गुजराती content नहीं देख रहे. And that's why I started the Comedy Factory with a lot of excitement and working towards that direction. I don't think I've done much, but I would like to say that at the end of my life, even if I made like 2-3% difference to this entire approach towards Gujarati as a language in entertainment, I think my job is done. Because if you go and look at Maharashtrians, Punjabis, South Indians, they have such strong affinity towards their own content and entertainment. But as Gujaratis, there is hardly any affinity towards our movies, our music. है, पर उतना नहीं है. And South Indian cinema is also 4 cinemas or 5 cinemas. Marathi cinema is also there, Punjabi cinema is there, Bengali cinema is very artsy. So वैसा गुजराती सिनेमा का भी नाम should be known worldwide, क्योंकि बाकी सारा सिनेमा worldwide बहुत पॉपुलर है. Gujarati cinema should also be at the world level, is what my dream also is in this lifetime.
True, we wish your dream comes true, and I see it's just picking up, and you're doing your best and you're being successful. So that's really good. Now we want to know whether you have ever faced any setbacks in your life.
Yeah, so I think my career started with a setback. When I was 17, I lost my father. All of a sudden, this Manan Desai, who was a complete brat, जिसकी पूरा कैलेंडर रिमार्क से भरा हुआ है, जिसको हर हफ्ते टीचर्स बुलाते थे उनके पेरेंट्स को स्कूल पे, जो 1-2 बार स्कूल से भी भाग गया था, स्कूल के बच्चों के साथ शरारत झगड़ा करता था, टीचर्स के साथ शरारत करता था, वो बच्चा जो था, जो सबसे नॉटी केस था, his entire life, मतलब मेरी खुद की लाइफ एकदम 360 चेंज हो गई. Because there was no earning member in the family, I started working at a very young age. At the age of 18 only, I started working at a call center. And later on, thankfully at the age of 19, I was the youngest primetime radio jockey in this country. And things started shaping up, because I think if my dad would have been here, his only thing would be to see me successful. And that was kind of my motivation. When I look back and I think, if my dad was actually alive today, would I have been this successful? I think I wouldn't have been this successful, because his absence made me realize so much of truth about life, and it changed me as a human being, and I became more responsible, more focused, with a lot of more discipline, and I became really ambitious, and I'm doing a lot to keep his legacy alive. I don't belong to an artist family, but he was the first person to pursue his artistic side in our family. He was the first person to go against the wind, to go against the tide, and pursue his dream of becoming a musician. And that gave me a lot of hope, and that gave me a lot of encouragement. And after that, there have been minor setbacks here and there, like when I left radio jockey and started the Comedy Factory, because radio jockey jab main tha, I was with Radio Mirchi, and then later on I was with My FM. So Times Group and Divya Bhaskar Group, the two of the biggest publication houses of India. उनके साथ मेरी जॉब थी, वेल पेइंग जॉब थी, और वो छोड़ के मैंने द कॉमेडी फैक्ट्री की शुरुआत की थी. Everybody said that, Manan, you are doing a career suicide right now. Even my mother was telling me that, Manan, you have such a good job, you are popular, you are known by people in Baroda. Why do you want to, just leave that behind and pursue something which nobody has heard of, stand-up comedy in Gujarat? But I saw a very steady evolution of technology and digital entertainment, and I saw that there was a lot of scope. And I had a very strong gut feeling at that point of time that I really want to pursue this. And that 1 year between 2014 and 15 was really difficult for me, because my wife was doing her master's degree in mass communication and journalism from Maharaja Sayajirao University, and we didn't have any earning member. Matlab, we were running on our savings. I was staying in Ahmedabad. We didn't have rent to pay. We were मतलब हम हमारे डॉग को खाना खिला रहे, बट हम खुद नहीं खा रहे. हम लोग खुद एक टाइम का खाना खा रहे. That kind of situation was there. We were making Maggie. We were just eating kacha bread and stuff like that. So those 2 months were really, really bad, and I'm really happy that those things happened. Because that 2 months happened, I made sure that Vidya, me, my family, we never go back to that particular situation. I am happy where I am today. So yeah.
You really make us proud of you, Manan. Listening to all this, I really feel so proud to have known you. Did this sense of humor help in bouncing back to success?
Yeah, it did actually. I mean, there is a misconception कि comedians को depression नहीं होता या comedians को कोई problem नहीं होता है. No, actually, we do find happiness in every small little things. I mean, tragedy में भी हम comedy ढूंढ ही लेते हैं. But at the same point of time, there are problems, there are issues with all sorts of comedians. In general, we do face problems, and we do have our set of problems which we don't reveal, or we might reveal in our comedy. मतलब I have spoken about my father passing away in my stand-up comedy. This optimism does help funny people, comedians like me, to cope up with problems in life. But at the same point of time, we also do feel that emotion of pain, of being low, and we always find jokes. So it's like when I'm low, I really feel sad, and then I make jokes about why I'm feeling low, and then I make money, and then I'm happy.
Shakespeare, in all his plays, always gave a lot of importance to his clowns. In all his famous tragedies, the clowns played such an important role. So, do you think in real life too it is important to have a humorous person around? If yes, then why?
Now that there is so much of exposure to so much of information on the internet, on your WhatsApp, everywhere. So every person thinks that they have a funny side. And if you look at that funny side in yourself, if you try to, mold that funny side of yours in a particular way, I think you don't need any person around you who is humorous. You could really cope up with any sort of problem that you face by being optimistic, by being funny about that situation, and just take it with a pinch of salt and move on.
True. Now, what are your future plans? Like, do you train students in becoming comedians? Are you planning to start any such training in future? Or would you just want to keep coming up with new concepts like music comedy, sketch comedy?
I don't see myself teaching anyone comedy, because I don't think comedy can be taught. The only way to learn comedy is by being on stage, is by facing the audience. I have faced audience. I have had a lot of setbacks on the stage as well. I mean, a lot of times my joke didn't work. A lot of times my joke doesn't work. Like today also, if I have to make an audience laugh for 30 minutes, उसमें से कई बार मेरी 5 मिनट की jokes नहीं चलती है. Why? Because they are new jokes. I'm trying new things while doing comedy. Because अगर मैं एक की एक चीज़ ही करता रहूँगा, if I do the same thing over and over again, people will get tired of me sooner than I know. So I have to always keep experimenting in my comedy. And that's what it is. That experience is the best teacher. So if you don't write jokes, if you don't try them in front of the audience, you won't learn comedy just like that.
That's very well said, Manan. What would you like to say to our listeners who are feeling very low and depressed today?
So everybody has their own way to coping up with sadness or when they are feeling extremely low. If somebody keeps photograph as a sense of motivation, somebody gets motivated by listening to music. There are people who get motivated by having bad habits like drinking alcohol or chewing on tobacco, and they try to forget their worries. But I personally feel, and this was the exact thing that my cousin sister told me, that Manan, if you are having these thoughts, just think about the people who will miss you after you will go away. And that's when I realized that you don't realize that sometimes you feel lonely, sometimes you feel really bad, you feel really sad. But look around, you will definitely find people from your family, from your friends who really love you. Maybe they don't have the time to spend with you, the time to tell you that they love you. Maybe they don't express that much. But yes, there are people for whom you do make a difference and they will miss you if you are not around.
So I'm sure the listeners have got the message, and they are going to really think about it and come up in life again. Now, there's one very popular saying: comic says funny things, a comedian says things funny. So, how do you see yourself? Are you a comic or a comedian?
I see a little bit of both in me. I mean, as an artist, the artist's journey is to find his true voice. A lot of artists, they don't find their voice even at the end of the life. A lot of times when I go on stage and do jokes, I'm always contemplating कि मुझे किस तरह की jokes करनी है, कि मुझे slapstick humor करना है, मुझे satire करना है, whether I want to do double meaning jokes or whether I want to do different jokes, what kind of jokes do I really want to do, and I try a little bit of everything. So I personally feel that I am doing both. I'm a comic as well and I'm a comedian as well. But I would like to see myself being a comedian few years down the line.
Nice listening about your views, and we wish you all the best. And on that note, we say bye and thank you, Manan. Keep making the world a happier place. A special thanks to you again and to Elvis too for all the technical support. So, dear listeners, if you enjoyed this show, then please tune in again to Bounce Back with Nima Mankar. The 3rd of next month. Till then, goodbye, see you, stay safe, Happy New Year.